Okay, guys, we are live, and thanks for joining us today. I'm glad y'all came back after last week's show. Wasn't our best, but it wasn't our worst either. Today, we've got a few special guests in, as always. So we're kind of shifting the way we're doing this show now. You know, last year with the podcast, the year before, that's all it was—a podcast, couple shows a week, and that was it. Well, this year, as you guys have seen, we're strictly going video and working on this Zoom platform because so you can see who we're talking to. So this week we've got the Sinton Triplets on, is what we're calling them, pulling a term from the old cowboy days back in the '90s. We got Sinton Pirates quarterback Rene Galvan, running back Rylan Galvan, and wide receiver Daelyn Davis. How you guys doing?
Doing good.
Doing great. Couldn't be
Good,
better.
good, man. Couldn't be better. How was practice this week?
It was good. It was good. Had
Yeah, we looked pretty solid.
worked hard after last week's game, and came out working hard. Got something to prove this week, so we're excited about how practice went this week and ready to get after it tomorrow.
So for you guys that are just joining, iPhone, that's Rylan right there. I know it doesn't have his name. It says iPhone. His name's not iPhone. It's Rylan. So that's Rylan that just chimed in there. Um, Speaking of last week, there was a lot of good things we saw last week. We were calling the CCISD Miller Tulsa Midway game, but we were trying to keep up with all the games in the area. And y'all's caught our attention in the second half. That thing got out of control, right?
Yeah, crazy.
So
Yes, sir.
what was the atmosphere last week? I mean, you guys jumped up to a pretty big lead in the half, and then Orange Grove got right back into it, and then it was just a slugfest from there.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
it was oh man. They're a pretty good team. They got some athletes that can make plays, and we came out in the second half. We weren't as focused, kind of lost sight of what the real job was. But overall, I think it was a pretty good game. They had some good players that made some good plays, like number 10, number 11,
That's the two receivers, correct? 10 and 11 for them?
quarterback and receiver.
Okay, so Cutter. Was that just a team that because for us, personally, me and Jacob, we try to keep a pretty good tab on what teams are doing, and we in our heads pretty much know or should have an idea of what it's going to look like for the season. And I mean, obviously, we had Sinton pretty high on our list this year, especially after the bounce back y'all had last year with Coach Troutman's first year. I was shocked with the outcome of that game. Did I just underestimate the talent that Orange Grove has? I mean, y'all saw them in person. We haven't seen them yet. They look like they put up some impressive numbers against y'all, and I mean, that's not taking nothing away from y'all. Y'all dropped 40-something points on them as well.
Yes,
So
sir.
I was expecting the outcome.
Yeah, Orange Grove. We knew that they were going to have some athletes from last year, like their quarterback and the few wide receivers they had. They're a good team. Taking nothing away from them, they came out. They played well. They were fired up from the beginning. So, I mean, we got out on them early, but I mean, like Daelyn said, we kind of lost focus a little bit and got away from them, and then ended up having to kind of play and fight back a little in the second half.
And
But they're a great team, and they're very well coached.
Yeah, don't take nothing away from those guys.
I had a chance to talk to Daelyn before y'all two got in the room here with us, and I was just asking him, him being a receiver and whatnot. I know last year, whenever we talked to Coach Troutman and we watched a little bit of y'all's game, it seemed like his emphasis was going to be pound the ball as much as possible and mix in some passing. And it looked like in this game, y'all started off running the ball, and then in the second half, did y'all start opening it up in the air a little more? Is that where y'all kind of going with it? Y'all starting to go a little more heavy in the air now, or are y'all going to stick to that run?
Yes, our game plan going into the game was to pound the ball, and towards the into the half, we that was still our game plan to go. But as the game continued in the second half, you saw Orange Grove get on a roll and us having to come back, so we had to put the ball in the air. Daelyn made a couple of plays, which was good. So.
And that obviously probably helps you out a lot, Rylan, like getting them to get out of the box a little bit and give you a little more breathing room.
Yeah, we really focus. I mean, we know we can pound the ball. We're trying to really focus on being like an all-around offense that we can put in the air when we have to and be able to pound it as well.
And y'all running out of the shotgun, or y'all good like a pistol set, or predominantly?
We're running a shotgun.
Shotgun.
Yes, sir.
And most of the time it's shotgun. Honestly, our offense is pretty all around. It just depends on the game. Coach he's real smart with it. He'll start off running and he'll see like like kind of feel the defense and see what they're gonna do, and then we just go from there throughout the game.
That's good. I mean, you know what, you want to balance the attack and all. And you know, after talking to him last year, I was thinking he was going to be 90% run, 10% pass. I think people in Sinton kind of freaked out a little bit.
That's what it sounded like.
We
right?
talked to because I mean, years have passed. Obviously, y'all have had a lot of good quarterbacks and receivers and whatnot. When I think of Sinton, I think of a throwing team more than just a running team. And when he first came in, I was thinking, wow, he's going straight up just old school run the ball. But more and more, it looks like y'all are putting the ball in the air a lot more. And you know, obviously that's good for Daelyn. That's good for you. Rylan gives you some room, and Rene, you obviously like to throw the ball. So
Yes, sir.
You know, one of the things we talked about before, and I'm going to kind of take a few steps back here. One of the things we talked about before we got on the air was the differences, right? So Daelyn's a senior, Rylan and Rene are juniors. Rylan's been starting since he was a freshman. And so they've kind of seen both sides of the coin, right? They saw how the last couple of seasons were there in Sinton, and then that's not taking anything away from the previous coaches or anything like that. It's just they hit a slump, right? They hit a rough patch,
Yeah.
and to the way things are now, you know, Daelyn and Rylan, you know, how does that feel? You know, from a player standpoint, how y'all were, and you know, just like Justin said, you know, there's a lot of Sinton pride, and it runs very deep. Right. And nobody likes to see Sinton losing on a football field.
Yeah, it feels great. We're held to a higher standard now, but like coach is he's real big on teamwork and moving as a unit. We're real disciplined. And honestly, that's what at the end of the day, that's what gets us through the game all the time. We're tough, and it really helped us a lot.
Yeah, I feel that after having that 2-8 season that we had, I think it really lit a fire in a lot of us. And then having Troutman come over, I think we're real excited, and it kind of lit a fire in us to, you know, want better, want more.
he brought in a new OC with him who was a previous Sinton coach before, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Coach Mounts.
Coach Mounts, right? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Remember, he was in there when we talked to Troutman last year. He was hanging out with in the locker room. Remember that, Jake?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, Coach Mouse. And see, we actually work with a guy that's got some got a couple plaques on that athletic building, Carson Cave, or Calvin.
Pirate of the Year, right? When it was Pirate of the Year, something like that. Yeah.
He was a QB. So obviously, you know, we're pretty familiar with some of the Sinton, you
Yes,
know,
sir.
and
Yes, sir. Got you.
But I lost where I was going with that.
I'm trying to find some of these highlights here that came out of last week. So
What up you had of Daelyn? That was a good one.
it's having a hard time coming up.
Yeah, we're having a grab. That was nice.
Sounds weird. Yeah. Oh, I didn't pull that one up earlier. I just pulled his touchdown catch earlier.
I guess while he does that, I'll hop into this right here. How was it for y'all in the summer? I mean, getting in y'all's workouts and working obviously with Daelyn and stuff with all the restrictions, you know, and COVID-19 going on. How were y'all able to push through that and kind of break out of that slump?
I mean, at first it was hard, like real hard. I didn't really have hope at first. I thought that everything was going to get shut down, being the way everything was going. But as we started getting closer to the season, like now that it was here, like we just had a lot of trust in it. And now that it's here, we're ready.
Well, it's really working out because, you know, I think last year when Troutman came in, we thought, okay, it's going to take a couple years to kind of fix what's not working right here. But man, y'all bounced back really quick last year. I think y'all lost the first 4 games, and then y'all didn't really lose another one, I think, till Rockport, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Is Rockport a team that's on y'all's board this year? I mean, that's
Yeah,
probably
they're on our board, and actually they just got shut down due to COVID.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. We were supposed to actually call that game tomorrow night, so we got to.
oh wow.
Yeah, so that was a disappointment for us because I was curious to see how Rockport was going to do against, you know, Miller. Miller's a good team. Y'all played Miller last year. Y'all know that.
Yes, sir.
It's unfortunate, but I definitely think Rockport and y'all's game this year will be a big one for us to get some info on and coverage for, you know, and that's going to be a good test for y'all. I think Ingleside would be another good team. We got a chance to watch them in a scrimmage was it 2 weeks ago, Jake?
Yeah.
They're another good team, I think. I think they're finally starting to put together some of those pieces. Like, I mean, y'all probably remember when y'all were little, Ingleside and Sinton had some really good matchups.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I think
let me know when this comes
Yeah.
across, when you guys can see it.
There it is.
All right, so let me hope it's not too choppy. This is the catch you guys were talking about, and this is in the second half. Ah, there it goes.
Come on. Yeah, one foot in.
Yeah, there it is again. Here we go. Now, that's a great catch, man. You know,
Thank you.
the defender had some pretty good coverage on you there, and one hand, 1 foot in bounds. That's a great catch, great concentration there. You know, and right now, I don't know if you guys are really keeping up with it. Based on y'all's numbers last week, I'm just read off some numbers here. So Rylan, and we talked about it on our Wednesday show that we did with Real Sports Live. As of right now, as after week 1, your performance, 302 yards on 20 carries, 4 touchdowns, is the number 3. You're the number 3 rusher in the state, all classifications, 4A down to 1A. Rene, you finished with 114 yards on the ground. You're 94th. And Day, you finished number 56 in receiving yards, 4 receptions for 86 yards, 1 touchdown, 21.5 yards per carry. You guys had some pretty impressive performances last week.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I thought we saw, you know, a lot of people were like, oh, they lost or whatever, but there's a lot of good things that came out of that game and the positive things that we're trying to feed off going into next week.
Well, you know what you usually see in those things where you guys are up at the half, or teams, not just you guys, where teams are up in the half, and these other teams start coming back. You know, they start folding. You know, and you guys didn't.
Yeah.
You guys kept swinging.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think that's just that type of pirate fight we got in us. We just gotta we keep going all the way to the end.
Yeah, I mean, that's a testament to both teams because obviously Orange Grove got down. They came back and played really good with y'all and whatnot. But, you know, I always think it's kind of good to get hit with a little adversity anyways early on in the season.
Sir.
No one likes to lose, right? But it shows you your weaknesses or it helps you better adjust. So I've never had a problem with teams scheduling tough matchups in the preseason. You know, everyone wants the shiny, 15-0. But there's tons of teams that won state and made deep runs that have had a loss or two. You know, obviously, seems like your team has bounced back and you're ready to go this week. Just what Rylan was saying, And, if the morale stays high, even with a loss, there's nothing really to fret about, right? Because know, hey, we got a loss. The pressure of losing is off us now. So now it's just you can go out and play your game, right? So never disappointed extremely with a loss. I mean, obviously not the greatest, but hey, it is what it is, right?
Yes, sir. I think we're going to be fine. I think, after that first loss, a lot of teams get down on themselves and they tend to get away from the main goal. But I think we're going to stick with it. I mean, last year was a good example of that. I mean, we lost the first 4 or 5 games, and then we went on a run and ended up going 3 rounds deep. So, I mean, I think we're definitely going to take this loss and learn from it. And it's either going to break us or it's going to define who we are. And I think we're going to be fine and we're going to be heading on the right track.
Yeah, it was really a wake-up call, but I'm pretty sure we're going to get back into it. It'll be great.
So you guys got Beeville this week, and right now it's being hyped up on some of the news stations as a coach versus player matchup right now with
Oh yeah, I saw that. That sounds crazy.
And Coach Souza. We shared the tweet earlier that they put out. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. And
I had no clue about that. That's crazy.
Where
I
seen that game at, Jake?
It's in. I think you guys are playing in Beeville, right?
Yeah, we're playing in Beeville.
Let's go there.
You want to go there?
You got no coverage there.
Come on.
Oh,
come out.
Remember
well, maybe right. That's
right. We talked to Troutman and Sosa last year about going, and we never got an opportunity.
Yeah.
That's not a bad one. That's about the same amount of drive as if we were to go burn off to George West.
Yeah, it could be. And those are all getting covered, right? Real Sports Live is going to stream that game. They're going to stream the Orange Grove Odom game.
Yeah.
And Cal Allen Jordanton's getting streamed by Cal Allen TV again.
That's a good one, dude. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, Beeville Sin's not getting any love. Maybe we'll head out to Beeville.
I wonder what Beeville's restrictions are.
Yeah, you guys come out. That'd be cool.
I'm sure they don't got any.
Oh,
Well,
here it is. Here it is. I'm gonna share screen again. This isn't gonna be choppy. It's just an image here. All right, so let me pull this up real quick. And I don't know if you guys saw it or not, but here it is. I don't think Coach T is gonna like this one very much, but did it come up yet?
Yes,
That's
sir.
Coach Troutman.
That's Coach Troutman.
Oh, God.
hey, does he still have his helmet in his?
Old school. That's the one he has in his
Yeah,
office.
he still got his helmet hanging up in his office.
Is it?
Yep,
Coach, let it go.
Yeah. And
that's
if you-
awesome.
for you guys who are watching that have never met Coach Troutman or have just seen him on TV, that intensity in that picture sums up the intensity that he carries right now. It never stops with that guy. I played. We talked about it before. I played Little League with him when we were growing up, and he was just as intense back then. So
Yeah, we've heard tons of stories. Our uncle played with him. I think graduated the same year he did. So he's got some crazy stories about how Coach Troutman was. It's definitely awesome.
He makes me tired watching him on the sideline with that pacing.
Yeah,
So
he
So he's
Yeah.
just like
is
always-
miles an hour.
he's a real amped up guy. He's always fired up.
And how many times does he pull the mask on and off like that? Probably just all over there by himself. A lot, right?
Yeah, he tries to
yeah.
keep it on, but
I was watching him on the news, and I was watching him with that mask, and I was just thinking, God, with the way he is, I know for a fact that mask is going up and down when he's just standing there. But yeah, Coach Troutman's a good guy, though.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, so speaking of baseball, right? I kind of brought up Little League already, and so now we're gonna kind of take a little pause from football here for a little bit and talk a little baseball. Day, you're not a big baseball player, are you? Do you play baseball with these guys?
Oh no, I haven't played since I was like 6th grade.
So for you guys who don't really follow, Rylan is a UT baseball commit. Rene still out there looking for the offers, right?
Yes, sir. I'm still waiting.
So Justin, you actually got to see these guys play a couple years ago in a Victoria tournament, right?
Yeah, I did. It was Rylan's freshman year, third base, right, Rylan?
yes, sir.
That's where you're at. Yeah, he's the cat that I talked about crushing a bomb pretty much into abyss over the scoreboard. That was my take from Rylan when I first saw him. Saw him play baseball. Was remembering him crushing a bomb over the. Well, that was what Victoria College, right? That was the community college up
Yes,
there.
sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
I always get that wrong when I tell the story and whatnot. But yeah, good hitter, freshman. That was a good tournament too. That was against Victoria East or West, I believe, right?
Yes, sir.
When you crushed that bomb. So,
Yes, sir.
Rene, what position you play in baseball?
I play center field.
Center field.
I wasn't playing that time of year out there watching. I was still hurt at the time.
And you've been on varsity since freshman year too, right?
Yes, sir.
Hey, I need to go taking my Portland players, man.
Hey, dude.
Hey, calm down.
Hey, they just oh,
That's what
They want to win. They
I
want to
know.
win.
they want to win. They know where to come.
Yeah, I know, right? I was telling someone that worked there today. It's pretty impressive. Y'all have an Alabama commit, an LSU commit, and a Texas commit, all on one
Yes,
team.
sir.
Is there any more?
We have two. We actually have two LSU commits.
Oh, two.
Y'all
Yeah,
got
sir.
who's the second one?
He's
Yeah.
a sophomore catcher, and he's a middle linebacker too, Blake Mitchell.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I knew about the Mitchell kid. Who's the other one?
Wyatt Leatrick.
Oh,
He's a right-handed
so
pitcher.
why? Oh, okay. I didn't know he committed either.
Yes, sir.
Oh, wow.
He's one of those kids from Portland.
Yeah, I knew
was
that.
talking about.
Yeah, wasn't he slated to be a quarterback or something?
Yeah.
I don't think he was ever going to play football, considering
Yeah.
his
Yeah.
baseball talent. But I guess obviously that sucks because y'all had y'all last year as one of my teams to, I thought, have a very good chance of winning state with the lineup.
Yes, sir.
Y'all are on, what is it, S12 or 12 baseball, right? That's the
Yes, sir.
and y'all had a
Yes,
pretty
sir.
good run. Y'all had a pretty good run last summer, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I won a tournament nationals, right? Something like that.
Yeah. We had a pretty good summer on the summer circuit last year.
Hey, Day, it's not too late, man. We had Mizell Miller on last week talking about how he's going to go start playing baseball and get a scholarship that way, man. It ain't too late, man.
Hey, I don't know. I was in the outfield and everything. I just could never hit the ball.
Hey, dude, they need base stealers, dude. You still bases.
Oh yeah, I can do that.
But so it was for us, Rylan. It was a surprise that you kept playing football.
Yes, sir.
After that verbal commit to UT. You saw what happened up north with Jared once
Uh-huh.
he decided after his freshman year, is like, you know what, it's too much here. I'm just gonna focus on one sport and not risk injury.
Yes, sir.
Talk to us about that decision.
Yes, sir. I mean, I've always loved football, loved baseball, but baseball being definitely the passion. I wasn't gonna just quit and stop playing. That's a conversation that I had with Texas before I ended up making my decision if they were gonna let me keep playing, and they told me that that's probably the best thing I could do is enjoy it and do it as long as you can and keep playing. I wouldn't want to quit on my guys or that coaching staff either. I love those guys like brothers. Yeah, I couldn't stop playing.
My only thing is this dude's a major athlete in both.
I know the guy. So Rylan doesn't like to shy away from contact. Let me.
At
Y'all
all.
keep talking. I'm gonna look. I'm gonna look here. You guys keep talking.
Yeah.
What was who else was recruiting for baseball? If you don't mind me asking.
I had an offer from A&M as well, and then I was talking with Miami as well, and TCU, and what was the other one? Oklahoma.
Wow.
Those are all good schools. Now, obviously, having Coach Alanese, probably helped the decision a little bit too, right?
Yes, sir.
Hey, does he ever show you that? Does he ever show y'all that ring? Does he show it to y'all?
Oh yes, all the time.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's what the national championship or the college.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and I think that season he threw a no-hitter against Oklahoma.
Yeah,
that college World Series.
Yeah,
season.
he threw a. Yeah, I think it might have been in the College World Series. I'm not sure. I don't remember, but yeah, that was that year 03, I think.
Do either of y'all pitch for Sinton, or just predominantly positional players?
Predominantly position players. I try to get on the mound this season, see what we can do. So.
Oh, you're gonna try to get in there this year. Y'all have a pretty deep.
Any way I can help the team.
Y'all have a pretty deep lineup.
Do it. Yeah, we have a pretty deep pitching staff already. So.
What was that like, guys? Take us through that, because we haven't really talked to an athlete yet who suffered that type of disappointment with them pulling the season right out from underneath y'all like that. I mean, what goes through your head? How'd y'all handle that? Especially considering the team y'all had, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, considering the team we had, we thought we were gonna have a pretty good shot of going, but I mean, we just had to take it. I mean, because everybody else is dealing with it in the state of Texas. But actually, I think we didn't even lose anybody at all. So, I mean, we're pretty fired up. We still got everybody coming back.
See, wow, that's good.
What do you? I think we only had 2 seniors graduate last year from that team.
Wow, that's it.
Yes, sir.
Hey, are y'all pretty much going to be like a lot of juniors and seniors this year, or is it still going to be?
Juniors and sophomores. We'll have the whole team coming back again for another year.
Wow.
Yeah, I think we'll only lose 1 senior.
My boy
Daniel Trevino.
Does he have any type of looks or anything like that?
Yeah, he does. I think he just got his second offer from A&M Kingsville.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
And that team is loaded. Has Coach Alanese ever try to persuade y'all just to stick to baseball?
Hey,
no, he was a big football guy himself. So,
is Coach Alanese on the football staff?
Yeah, he's actually the quarterback coach.
Okay, I was assuming he would be, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, imagine that. Man, I think he could have went both ways. Wasn't he getting looks at quarterback too?
Dual offers at Colorado.
Yeah.
Yeah. He had a couple big offers in football as well.
My biggest takeaway for me was I remember watching him when I was a little kid. Was he was fast. I thought he was super fast for a QB.
He's an
Yeah, I don't know
athlete.
I don't know what's going on with this feed here. It keeps going. These videos keep going in and out, black and white. Hang on. I finally found one. I'm trying to dig for runs where he's taking contact. But you were pretty slippery this last game, Rylan. Uh, those holes are opening up, and you're making moves before contact. And I found one. It's just not
How do you
coming
feel
up
like the
anymore. It's not
offensive
worth.
line play has been this year? Pretty good.
Oh yeah, it's good. I've been running behind those guys for a while now since middle school. All those guys on that line are juniors, so it's really fun, and we have a really good chemistry and relationship with that line. So it's fun to run behind them. Bunch of good guys.
What led you, Rene, to be the quarterback when y'all were growing up? Who got to decide who was QB and who was the running back? How'd y'all work that out?
I don't really know. I mean, I think we just something we just did.
That happened in middle school when we started playing 7th grade football. Yeah, that they're just kind of, you go to running back and you play quarterback and you do your thing.
Yeah.
And Rene,
Yeah,
you're a lefty, right? You're a lefty?
Yes, sir. I'm left-handed.
Day, does that spiral coming at you? Does it look different than if you see it from a right-handed thrower? I've always heard it looks different.
I think about that all the time. It's kind of weird. It messes me a little bit, but usually it's not that big of a problem. I'm kind of used to it. I have a lot of chemistry with Rene.
And you had Brown, right? Before Rene got up there, you were taking passes from Brown, right? And he was a right-handed thrower.
Yes, sir.
I've always wondered. I don't think I've ever seen a left-handed spiral. To be honest with you,
that is weird.
Wow.
About it, the legit one.
It's kind of weird. Like you can tell that it's not coming the normal way, and it kind of I was looking up on it, on some videos of Antonio Brown. When you get a left-handed spiral, the spiral doesn't come to you; it actually comes away from you. If you were to catch it, the spiral is actually going away from your hands instead of coming in.
Huh.
Oh yes, I did read that article because he was talking about when he was getting passes from Vic, right? It was when Mike Vick stepped up because I think Roethlisberger got hurt or something like that. I do remember reading that article. That's where that came from. I was thinking about getting left-handed catches. What'd you find, Jacob? You find it or no?
I don't want it to mess up because it's going in and out. It's weird. I don't know why it wasn't doing it earlier. But did y'all you guys? I mean, y'all are relatively the same age, right? A year separates y'all. Did y'all grow up playing Pee Wee together?
No, me and Rene really didn't play Pee Wee football at all. We just kind of started playing when we got into middle school.
Oh, okay. What about you, Dick?
Yeah. I actually used to play quarterback when I was in Pee Wee.
Oh, really?
Yes, sir.
What made you go to receiver?
Really height. When I started getting taller, coaches were like, "We're just gonna go ahead and move you out there."
How tall are you now?
6'4".
Damn, that's perfect height for a quarterback.
It's hard to like that, right?
I know. Wow.
I like that. He's a big target.
You stood up so go
get
it.
Let him go get it. Yeah. Use his athleticism. Athletic freak.
Man, you don't even have to jump. I mean, with the DBs that we got in our area. I mean,
yeah, not really.
You stretch your arms up. That's high point.
Y'all have a tight end, right? That's pretty big too. Chester, isn't he playing tight end for y'all?
Oh yeah, I heard.
On that one.
He was playing tight end, but he ended up getting hurt, unfortunately, our last week against Orange Grove.
Really? How long? Well, gonna be up for a while?
Yeah, we don't know all the details yet on that, but he's in injury right now, and he won't be playing this week.
That's unfortunate.
Wow, that's unfortunate. But no, man, I think we're good for Beeville, Spud.
Good. We just gotta get it with Sosa maybe.
Yep. No, we lost Rylan.
That's a good one. I didn't even think about that, to be honest with you. I wish it was at Sinton, but hey.
It should be pretty good. Beeville's coming off that big loss last week as well. Hey, Rene, did I mute you or did you go mute? Are you yelling at your brother? There you go.
I was just asking him what was happening. It said it kicked him off.
He'll get back in. Just tell him to try to get back in the room. We'll let him back in.
Just try to, or he can just be in here with me right now. He can just.
There you go.
Okay, let me.
Hey, he's got those Longhorn gear on.
Yes, sir. Always.
UT's a good baseball school. So, they're good at everything, but that's a good baseball program.
So what
Yes,
do
sir.
y'all? Daelyn? Random question. 5 things. 5 things you're expecting out of this season.
5 things. Well, first, I want to go to state for sure. But I'm really expecting the lower classmen to step up this year. I want to see what they can do because besides me, we have a whole new receiver group. DBs, I want to see what they can do this year. I'm not really too worried about offense because we really have the same quarterback and same line and running back all returning. But I'm excited. I just want to see what we're going to do. I'm really excited for the season. I know we have a pretty good squad. It's just more of a mental game for us.
Okay, I think that's 2, right? So you got 3 more. You got 3 more.
Okay.
And not just during the season, just this year. What are 5 things you expect?
I'm expecting more offers. I kind of want to get out to college after my last year. Another one is I'm more of a family person, so I really just want to see if I can get a college offer closer to my family because right now my mom, she lives in Houston, up in that area, so I was really expecting to see if I can get up there. Is that one more? I need one more, right?
Yeah, one more.
Let me think.
Not to put you on the spot or anything, right?
Yeah, I think you're good. I want to see what Rene's gonna do. That's my last thing, I guess. I can just pick that. I want to see what Rene does this year.
Oh yeah, let's go.
All right, let's get your 5.
My 5.
Yeah.
Obviously, like Daelyn said, I think the end goal is to go to state. Actually, I want to throw for more yards than I did last year. I think I was seen as like more of a running quarterback that I'd be able to use my legs, and I wanted to kind of balance that out, be able to use my legs and my arm better to help the team. So, and then was that 2?
That's 1. Well, I guess
We'll
go
go
to
to
state.
state.
Okay.
State and be a better thrower.
Okay, yeah, be a better thrower. Just be able to be an impact leader, and as an example from coming from last week, being a leader and coming out this week and just grinding through practice and working hard just to get back on track. And I don't know, maybe I could get some football offers. Let's see what happens. And what's that, 4?
Yeah, if you put football offers in, that's 5, right?
Yeah.
Football offer, that's 5.
And then the other one left. Your partner left. He ditched out behind you. I guess he didn't want to answer the question. He didn't know
Rylan, where you at?
Didn't know there was gonna be a test at the end of this one.
He's wearing the Beaver launch, dude. He had to go off.
Rylan's trying to rejoin on his phone right now.
Oh, okay.
Hey, did you do more as a running quarterback last year?
Yeah, I think I had more passing yards than I did rushing, but I mean, I feel like they were pretty even, which is, I mean,
yeah. If you're quarterback and you got even numbers there, you're probably a scrambler.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
You remember how many yards you threw for last year?
I think close to 1,300.
1,300.
That's what I was gonna ask. That's still not. That's
still good for high school football.
nothing. Yeah, that's nothing to frown
Well,
at.
1,300 is good for a guy that we thought was going to do 90% run.
What'd you run for last year? Let me ask that question.
I think I ran close to 800 and 900 yards.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Do you tend to want to leave the pocket a little early sometimes when you see that there's opportunities to make plays with your feet? Or do you
I try to hit it. I try to hit that hole as soon as it opens, if it's an opportunity.
Did they ever get on? I kind of try to rein you down, be like, hey, we need you to stay here and get a couple reads before you make that choice, or they just kind of say, hey, if you think you can get.
Yeah, they really give me the freedom just to use my legs whenever I can. So I think it really helps us open up our offense, and I think that's an advantage for us. So.
All right, well, Rylan's back in. Rylan, 5 things you expect out of this year?
Definitely go 16 games and win a state championship. Really come are gaining a lot more chemistry with our guys. I mean, we lost a good group of seniors last year, and we got a lot of new guys. Like Daelyn said, a new wide receiving core. A lot of young guys on the defensive side, and I really want us to gel and come together as a team more. And I think that's going to happen as the season goes on, and that's when you start playing a lot better. And what is that, 2?
That's 2.
I want to try to run for at least 2,500 to 3,000 this year.
Oh,
That's a big number. That's a lofty goal.
that's a good
Yeah,
one.
you got to set them high.
There's 3.
You started off with what, 350 on the ground already?
302.
302?
302.
10 more to go.
It's another one. I wanna make all state this year. Yeah, I think that'd be really cool accomplishment. And I wanna get district MVP.
I think you're slated as that right now, aren't you? That was the preseason projection. I thought as you as the offensive MVP. I'm not sure. I
Hey,
think
these guys might have something to say about it, though.
we don't like to check facts. What's that?
I said the other two might have something to say about that one, though.
Oh yeah, we'll see.
Oh.
Man, y'all are gonna be in a very tough district. We've been talking about this all off season and the lead up to the season is how 15-5A D1, is essentially the little SEC down here, but the small 4A, you guys, the district you guys are in, it's gonna be a pretty tough district as well. Spud kind of hit it on already. So Ingleside doesn't look bad. I mean, they've already equaled half their win total they had last year in week 1. Then you've got Rockport, who's always Rockport with that. Rockport Fulton. Sorry, we're gonna get yelled at. Rockport Fulton. Then you've got, oh God, I already forgot everybody we talked about in that district.
Isn't West Oso in that district?
Yes.
You got West Oso, Robstown, maybe?
No, are they?
Yeah, it was Robstown. Yeah. Okay, this is the split district. Remember now that I think about it, the 3
Yeah,
Valley schools
we went into a north and south zone, because we
Yeah.
were supposed to the Valley district, and with them not being able to start yet, they kind of split us into a north and south zone.
Yeah, we were really looking forward to watching that Port Isabel game. One of the real shockers to me was that, and we talked about this last year in the playoffs because y'all did play them in the playoffs, is that 2 of the most winning programs in 3A, which is now 4A at the time, had played each other maybe a handful of times, 3-4 times.
Yes, sir.
So that really caught me off guard. I guess usually because y'all were the district champs and so were they down there. They split the district, they split the bracket. They were on the top half, you guys were on the bottom half, or vice versa. So that would have been pretty neat to look at. But let's talk about that. How do you guys feel about that? You guys are going to miss out on some talented teams down there. Not potentially maybe playing one of them in the playoffs. If they ever decide to start, Rio Hondo is always good. And then you've got Raymondville, who's got the Amandar's kid who can score on almost every play he touches the ball.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that district. I think Raymondville as well was going to be in our district, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. We got high expectations for this season, so hopefully we can see them in the playoffs.
Yeah, I hope they can actually get everything together and have a season, man. Everything, if you watch the news on what's going on down there, read everything that's going on down there with those local school districts. I mean, it's like it's one extreme to the other. You got half of them that are playing, you get the other half that are on the fence, and some that are just like, nah, we're not going to play. La Jolla canceled down there, pushed it back far enough to where they can't even start. Port Isabel, even before everything started, was saying, nah, we're just going strictly online, and who knows if they're going to have a team. I think right now they've got a two-game schedule right now, which is it's weird. I mean, it's just, I don't know. It's weird. This whole thing just messes everything up. I mean, you guys felt it firsthand last season, like Spud talked about earlier with baseball. You guys were the first sport that was impacted. And, man, we thought we had a good 3, maybe 4 teams in the area that could have
been around Rock.
Been in Round Rock, yeah.
How I guess I got one for you that we wanted to touch on. We made it a point. How's the grades treating y'all? How y'all doing in school? That's the big one, right?
Yes,
Honestly,
sir. We're doing real well. I'm doing real well. Yeah, with this online school, I didn't know what to expect, but it's going pretty easy.
So they got y'all doing pretty much online at the house right now, correct? That's no, y'all ain't even going to school, right?
Yes,
I
sir.
think we should be looking at the end of September, on September 24th or 28th, somewhere around there, to where we could possibly go back to
Face to face.
face to
That's
face.
another thing I don't think people touched on or really think about when playing high school football, you go to school, 5 days a week, you go to practice right afterwards, and it's kind of getting that grind, right? You getting that mindset of, okay, I got practice Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday's a walkthrough, Friday. Obviously, you kind of reap the benefits of the work on Friday, right? You playing high school football. Fridays are fun days, pep rallies. Then you're kind of in that mindset. You get to go to the field house, get ready, and you go play. You are sitting here at home 5 days a week, trying to get yourself up. I think people are overlooking the fact, like, to get yourself up, there's no pep rallies. I mean, some people get lethargic when you really think about it. They're sitting around at home all day doing school. And then it's like, oh, I got to drag out into the heat, and get ready to go play football. So I think that's something that people have been overlooking too for teams is, getting out there on Fridays and having that just fire right off the bat and being ready to go, because playing high school football.
It's something that we really miss, and that's why we're hoping to get back to face to face. But I mean, we're just grateful to be able to be playing right now. I know there's a lot of schools that aren't, so I mean, we're really grateful.
Yeah, we're very lucky up here right now because I'd be a worst case scenario if the Valley's going through, and
Yes, sir.
that would hurt us even more.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, we're running short on time, so we're gonna go ahead and start wrapping this up. But guys, anything y'all want to say before we go?
Thank you, guys.
Thank you guys.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
But and thank y'all for coming on. I know we put this together kind of last minute. I think we started talking Tuesday, maybe to try to put something together this week. And I know you guys are busy with practice and game prep and everything like that. So we appreciate and schoolwork, like Justin said. I mean, it's never easy, this online stuff. I've got two that are in school right now. I'm having to deal with the online stuff. So I know it's definitely difficult. But guys, thanks for coming on. You guys, great performances last week. We expect more of the same from you guys this year. Good luck this week. Hope you guys, all of you guys, go in there, come out, play a good game, come out injury free, and
Yes,
keep rolling towards 16-0. Right?
Sure.
Heck
Hopefully, you guys can take it out.
Yeah, we'd like to. So
yeah, I guess we'll start sending emails, make phone calls tomorrow.
Yep. Look for it on Twitter. We'll come look y'all up.
Yes, sir.
All right, guys, and that's the Sinton Triplets. Keep an eye on these guys this year. The Pirates are definitely going to turn some heads and go back to the old Pirate way. All right, guys, thanks again for coming on, and we'll see you guys next week.
Thank you.
Sir, thank you.
You bet.